somebody is going to have a conversation with Facebook, because every week that I come to sign in, they give me this hysteria. I checked my account last night, and still this morning, they give me grief, okay? So we are going to write a strongly worded letter to Facebook and say, this is my face. Grand and glorious rising. Welcome to this fabulous new moon Saturday morning, November 2020. How you doing out there? Come on in to the global living room for your antiviral message. I do apologize for my lateness. I'm telling you, we got to write Facebook a strongly worded letter. But that's because so many people hack my account. My account gets hacked all the time. People collecting money in my name, which I've told Joe before I never do. But that's okay. We're here now. They cannot stop us. They cannot keep us apart. We've been apart a whole week, Oakland and Georgia and Miami. We've been apart a whole week, and here we are this morning for our weekly antiviral message. I got some good stuff for you this morning. Good morning. Deep bow to all my spiritual warriors in whatever cohort you're in. Good morning, Romania, Boston, South Africa. Good morning, Staten Island. Grand rising to you, Augusta, Georgia, Dallas, Texas, Cape Cod. Grand rising to you, everybody. Everybody's coming in. Euclid, Ohio. Spiritual warrior is here. Listen, my spiritual warriors, I got some assignments for y'all. I'm going to get it. Good morning, Morocco. Good morning, Italy. Listen, you're going to need good morning, Philippines and San Diego, Pittsburgh. Good morning. Listen, you're going to need a pencil and some paper. So while you're logging in, before we start suiting up, Guyana, I want you to make sure you got a pencil and some paper, because you're going to have some homework today. Good morning, Maine. Good morning, Philly, Tanzania. Good morning, LA. Come on in, everybody, to the Global Living Room, our weekly antiviral message. Chi-Town, Detroit, Columbus, Ohio, Spain is here. Norwell, Massachusetts is here. Nashville is here. Good morning, Ifetayo. Deep Bow, Atlanta's in the house. Atlanta's in the house. St. Louis is in the house. Arizona's in the house. LA, Tacoma. Good morning, Kingston, PA. Yes, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, Dayton. Yes, get your pencil and your paper. You got some homework this week, okay? Because we are on a new moon. We are on a new moon. Brooklyn's in the house. Good morning, Compassion Tribe. Good morning, Houston, Louisiana, okay? So as you're coming in, I want you to start suiting up, okay, London? Get your pencil and your paper. I know that's a lot to do at one time, but we're going to start suiting up. Omaha, Rochester. Ooh, I know it's cold up there. It's cold where I'm at. UK, Toronto. Everybody's coming in. Cyprus, Texas. Ireland, good morning. Welcome. Welcome to the Global Living Room. Is everybody feeling good? This has been a rather strange week. The corona seems to be having her way with us again. Good morning, Katy, Texas. St. Louis, Missouri. The Netherlands is in the house. Yeah, good morning. So we want to get ourselves, Bahamas is here. Y'all are warm. Don't be haters. Oh, somebody voted this week. Listen. People stood in stood in line for 8, 9, 10, 11 hours to vote. Deep bow to you. I don't even care who you're voting for. Just that you stood up for yourself. That makes me happy. Yes, come on in. Boston, come on in. Love you back, baby. Switzerland is in the house. We got a big international audience this morning. That's beautiful. Thank you. Come on in so that we can get this love and peace all around the planet. Yes, come on. So we're suiting up this morning. Here we go. I want you to write the whole stem. Put the whole stem in the thread, okay? My prayer today is. That's our suit this morning. That's what we're suiting up on this new moon. This is a new moon, and the new moon is the time when you set new intentions, when you make new prayers, when you start a new project, when you re-energize what it is that you're doing. My prayer is. Come on, put it in the thread. What's your prayer this morning? Who you praying for today? What you praying for today? My prayer is for emotional endurance. Come on, Chicago. What's your prayer today? What's your prayer today? My prayer is for my prayer today is to be love in action. I love it. My prayer today is, come on, my prayer today is for happiness. My prayer today is for travel and mercies. My prayer today is for immunity from the corona. My prayer today is, even if we can't get together for Thanksgiving because we're protecting each other, that we will know how to love. My prayer is that we learn how to love from a distance. My prayer today is for peace, for wisdom, for love. Come on, suit up this morning. We're going to put those prayers out there on this new moon as we're moving closer and closer to the new year. Yeah, I know everybody thinks the new year is January is 1st, but it's not. It's December 21st. So come on, let's get this new moon energy. My prayer today is for my children. My prayer today is for collective consciousness. My prayer today is for peace on the earth. My prayer today is that our leaders find their right mind. Because the mind they working with is just not a right one, okay? My prayer today is that we wake up. That we wake up. That's my prayer today. My prayer today is for all of my brothers. Yes. My prayer today is for strength for people who are struggling. My prayer today is for relief for those who are unemployed and are really in fear and worry. My prayer today is for the babies, for the children. My prayer today is for the healing of broken hearts. I can get on that step with you, baby. My prayer today. Come on, everybody. Come on in and suit up. We're on a new moon today, and we want to put good prayers out. My prayers today is that all the people who are forced to stand in line to exercise their inherent right to vote, their constitutional right to vote, that they will be safe from harm and danger. My prayer today is that as we're standing in line to cast our votes, that no weapon formed against our vote shall prosper. Come on, somebody. No weapon formed against our vote shall prosper. My prayer today. My prayer today is for the spirit and the evolution of my beloved spiritual mother, Reverend Dr. Barbara Lewis King, who made her transition last Sunday. My prayer is that she rises and to the highest realms of eternity. Yeah, my prayer today is for her. You know, it's funny because I lost her last Sunday. We lost her, the community, Hillside Chapel. My prayer today is for all my family at Hillside International Truth Center. That's my prayer today, that we be safe, that we be strong, that we be solid, and that we remember everything that Dr. Barbara taught us. She taught us a lot, and the way we live her legacy is to live what she taught us. And somebody asked me the other day, you don't seem sad. No, because she was at peace. She was 90 years old, and she was at peace. And I'll miss her. I will miss her because we prayed every morning at 7:30. I will miss her, but I'm going to walk what she taught. I'm going to live what she taught me. Come on in. Come on in. Yes, my prayer today is for all of those who are undergoing chemotherapy and dialysis, that their body will be strengthened. My prayer today. Yes, what's your prayer today? Come on in. We got a good lesson. I got some questions. I'm going to challenge you today, okay? I'm going to challenge you today because we got to get ourselves in order. We have to get ourselves in order. This thing out here is looking very, very strange. Yes, for everyone who's battling an illness. Yes, my prayer today is for the what's the word? Give me a word. Use your words, Iyanla. Use your words. My prayer today is for the uplifting of all the spirit of depression, or for all of those who believe that that's what it is that they're experiencing. My prayer today is for all of those who are incarcerated, that they continue to be safe from the corona. As she's acting up, she's acting terrible. Ain't she acting terrible? Please wear your mask. Please wear your mask. Please wear your mask. Please wear your mask. Did I say please wear your mask? Please wear your mask, okay? Yeah, please wear your mask, okay? Ah, come on in. I see you coming in. Yes, good, good. Come on, get them prayers out. This is the new moon. Oh, good. You started your new business. Great. Come on. My prayer today is for all of those working on degrees that they will not be overcome and overwhelmed because they're working online, that they'll continue to do your work. Come on, we need you. All the nurses and the doctors and the psychologists and the social workers, we need you, we need you, we need you, we need you. So please stay in school. My prayers for the babies, that they get settled in this online learning. Yes? All right, be happy empty nester is my prayer. Good, I'll teach you how to be a happy empty nester. Girl, please decorate that nest and have a ball. Run around the nest naked. Come on. My prayer today is that I continue to experience and express love in the highest form. That's my prayer today. Yes, come on, everybody. Come on. Yes, it's getting nippy outside, except those people in the South. I was looking at the weather. What is it, 80-something degrees in Orlando? So y'all should be ashamed. Okay, come on in. My prayer today is for all newlyweds. Yeah, they need it. They need prayer. Good. My prayer today, Fix My Life is premiering on October 31st. So my prayer today is that everyone who has 2 eyes will watch it. This is my last season. This is my legacy season. So I want to go out with a bang. I want all of you in the global living room to sign on and tell people about it. Be my ambassadors so that we can, I'm going on to other things, I want to go on to other things. You got to know when to fold them, okay? Here we go. Come on. Get that last little few minutes in. My prayer today is for all the souls that surrendered their life to the coronavirus this weekend, that they be lifted into the light. My prayer today. Come on, get that last few minutes. My prayer today is to heal damaged marriages. Come on. My prayer today is for all the sons to be healed. Everybody's son. If you've got a son, a grandson, a great-grandson, for the men to be healed, because the demonstration of masculine energy that we're seeing on the planet is it's not going to turn out well. Okay? My prayer today is that my brother will be healed from depression. Yes, all depression. I rebuke and denounce and dismiss and repel the spirit of depression. Okay? You ready? You all suited up? Come on, get suited up. Last 3, let me give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, come on, get that prayer in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so we begin. Come on, let's breathe. Yeah. Let's breathe. Let's just relax into this moment, into the energy and the environment of our prayers. Let's just relax into that. You've been putting those prayers out there. Now that energy is all over you. So just breathe it in. Breathe in the energy of your prayers on this new moon, this new energy. It's a time of renewal. It's a time of rebirth. It's a time of regeneration. It's a time of refreshing right here, right now. And hold that thought. My prayer today is for renewal. Breathe it in. My prayer today is for regeneration. Breathe it in. Good. Come on. My prayer today is for rebirth. Breathe it in. My prayer today is for peace on the earth. Come on, breathe it in. We got people here from all around the planet. We can do this. Just in your mind, as you breathe. My prayer today is for breathe. Whatever it is for you. My prayer today is for Good. Now just relax your body. Relax into the energy of your prayer. You know, I think sometimes I do us a disservice because I try to include everybody. And I know that some of us are just growing and learning and that we're a little frightened of certain things. But this is what I know. This is what I know. That there is a beautiful, powerful light. Light meaning energy from above that is pouring down onto the planet right now. And I want us to be in that light, okay? I want us to be in that light, to receive the light of the Creator, the light of love, the light of peace, the light of joy. And sometimes I'm a little hesitant to use certain language because I know it frightens people. But today, my prayer is that I have the courage to just say what needs to be said in the way it needs to be said, and those who have ears will hear. Come on, breathe. I want you to see, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that right above your head there is a brilliant, brilliant globe of white light. And if the light frightens you, then put whatever you want to put up there. If you want Buddha up there, Jesus up there, Allah up there, just put it right above your head, okay? And I want you to see, feel, imagine, give yourself permission to receive that light and let it come right into your crown, right into the top of your head. Come on, breathe. And see, feel, imagine that light as it spirals down across your face, slowly bathing your entire identity in white light. See, feel, imagine as it goes across the back of your head, down to the base of your skull, into your reptilian brain. Just breathe the light. Pure white light emanating from the mind, the love, the presence of God, the Creator, the God of your understanding. See, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that your entire throat is filled with white light. In the front, across the sides, around the back. If you can't see it, feel it. If you can't feel it, imagine it. If you can't imagine it, intended to be so, that the white light emanating from the mind of the Creator is just now moving down across your face into your neck. See it move down your neck and out across your shoulders, around the back to your shoulder blades. White light. If you can't see it, feel it, or imagine it, just affirm it, that my shoulders and my shoulder blades are filled with white light. See it now as it goes down across your chest, into the center of your chest, across your breast, under the breast, into the rib cage, white light. My entire chest area is now filled with white light. See, feel, imagine as that white light moves around your rib cage to the back of your body and down your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. And breathe. See, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that your belly, your entire abdominal area, no matter how big, how small it is filled with white light. Let the center of your being be filled with the white light of the Creator's presence. Breathe. See, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that the white light now moves down from your belly, across your pelvic area, around your hips, even into the buttocks, and that you are sitting in white light. See, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that the white light now moves from your hips and your pelvic area and your hips down across the front of your thighs to your knees. Fill your knees with white light, that you may be flexible, that you may move forward easily. Let that white light represent whatever it is for you. If it's God, the Creator, divine mind, universal intelligence, if it's Lord Jesus, if it's Lord Buddha, if it's Krishna, whatever it is for you, just fill your being and body. From your knees to your hips, to your abdomen, to your chest, to your breast, to your neck, throat, face, over the top and down the back, vertebrae by vertebrae, filled with the white light of the Creator's presence. Breathe. Moving now from your knees down into your calves, front and back. Take it right down the front of your leg and let it fill your calves. Beautiful white light. Down your calves into your ankles. Feel your ankles. And now into your feet. Know that your entire being and body is now filled with the presence of good, of God, the God of your understanding. Breathe it in. And in this presence, filled with light, in your mind or repeat out loud, simply say, my prayer today is, and breathe. Again, my prayer today is, and breathe. Good. One more time. My prayer today is, and breathe. And with the light within us, we send our prayers out into the world, into the universe, covering not just the United States, but the entire globe of humanity. Let those of us in the U.S. pray for those of us in the U.K. Let those of us in the U.K. pray for those of us in the Caribbean. And let those of us in the Caribbean pray for those of us around the globe. We've got Italy and Romania and Germany and France, all of us today. Breathe. Yes. And knowing that we are each now filled with the presence and the light of the Creator, by whatever name it is known for you, Lord or Krishna or Jesus or Divine Mind, Divine Mother, Allah, Buddha. Let us send that light out into the world. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Breathe. Using the light that is in our body. Now, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Breathe it in. One more time. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Breathe. Remember that what you give, you receive tenfold. We give the light, we receive the light. We give love, we receive love. We give peace, we receive peace. Check your body. See how it feels. Just sit in the light. Sit in the peace. Sit in. We've been shut in, but we're still so uncomfortable with just being still. One of my favorite scriptures is be still and know. Breathe. Left hand on your heart, right in the center of your chest. Right hand supporting your left hand. Yeah, and repeat after me in your mind or in aloud. I am peace. I am love. I am joy. I am the presence of God's light shining brightly for all to see. Breathe. One more time. I am peace. I am joy. I am love. I am the presence of God's light shining brightly for all to see. You can use God, Creator, love, Jesus, whatever it is for you. Let's not be separated by words. Yeah. Good. And let's take a nice deep breath. How does that feel? Does that feel better? Yeah, on this new moon, we want to go in peacefully. We do. We want to go in peacefully. Yeah. Okay. So, our reading today comes from a book. You know, it's bound, so you know it's important to me, and it's dirty as heck. It's called The Wise Heart. The Wise Heart by Jack Cornfield, my teacher, my mindfulness teacher. Yeah? And so I am reading from, let me see what the chapter is. Chapter 14, Beyond Hatred to a Non-Contentious Heart. Chapter 14, Beyond Hatred to a Non-Contentious Heart. From the book, The Wise Heart by Jack Cornfield, powerful Buddhist teacher, my mindfulness teacher, okay? And this chapter is called Developing a Healthy Response. And I'm reading this specifically because of all of the stuff that's going on that's trying to, trick us into hysteria and wahala. Okay? Hysteria and wahala. This book is called Developing a Healthy Response. Not reaction, response. Okay? Good morning, Italy. In a healthy response to pain and fear, we establish awareness before it becomes anger. Okay? We can train ourselves to notice the gap between the moments we have an experience and the subsequent response. All right? We can train ourselves to notice, oop, I'm triggered. Oh, something's happening, something's coming. So that we can respond, appropriately, all right? Because of the particle-like nature of consciousness, that means every thought, it has like particles, all right? Because of the particle-like nature of consciousness, we can enter the space between the instinct and the action. Come on, somebody. It seems like and it feels like you get triggered and the next thing you know, you're off and being, hysterical. No. A wise heart is saying to us that we can get right in between the moment that we get triggered and that we have a response, all right? To do so, we must learn to tolerate our pain and fear. That is not easy. As James Baldwin put it, most people discover that when hate is gone, they will be forced to deal with their own pain. Listen. Most people discover that when hate is gone, because usually hate we direct outward. I hate you. I hate what you did. I hate what you said. I hate what you're doing. We get triggered up and we focus outward. But James Baldwin said, most people discover that when hate is gone, they will be forced to deal with their own pain. Do you get that? That a lot of times we direct our attention and energy outward so that we can avoid dealing with our own stuff. It's a trick of the ego. That's why we start by paying attention to small things. Hear me? Small things. Small pains. Small upsets. Small disappointments. When you start to get into an argument with someone, if you pay attention you will usually notice that you feel hurt and afraid. Did you know that? Most of us think we get into an argument with somebody because of what they've done, when the truth is something has come to us and we get hurt or afraid, but instead of dealing with our own stuff, we get into arguing with the other person. It's a trick. If I speak to them angrily, they will become defensive and the argument will grow. But if I am mindful, I can talk about my hurt and fear instead of being lost in anger and blame. Come on, somebody. Can you hear that? The next time something in you gets triggered, get into that space, that moment between the trigger and your reaction. Get right there and get clear about what you're feeling. And instead of going after the person, speak about your feelings. Can you hear me? It takes time. You got to train yourself to do this. Otherwise, you're going to be a hookup, a whore for everything in the world that passes by and tries to pick you up. Can you hear me? If you don't get a handle on your stuff, any and every little thing coming by, and particularly now, with all the hoopla and wahala that's going on, every little thing that comes by will trigger you, pick you up like a hooker on the corner. Okay? We got to get into our own stuff and stop being external, all right? All right. I can talk about the hurt or fears instead of being lost in the anger and blame. Then the other person will become interested or concerned, or maybe not. But out of this different response, a more honest conversation occurs. Can you hear that? That instead of getting into the argument and the anger, that you say, wow, when you say that, it makes me feel, or when something right now, I'm triggered right now, and I'm remembering. But then you go into a conversation instead of an argument, because that's not what we're seeing being demonstrated in the world. This craziness that we're seeing being demonstrated in the world with the snarling and the spitting and the crazy, I can't take it. Anyway, this is the first. But to work honorably with anger and fear, we must acknowledge this. There is pain in our lives in the world. Disappointment, injustice, betrayal, racism, loneliness, loss. That's the first noble truth of Buddhism. There is suffering in the world. I don't know why we think it's not going to be suffering. There is suffering in the world. Disappointment, injustice, betrayal, racism, loneliness, loss. And as the blues master, Buddy Guy, says, the blues is the truth. No strategy can keep us exempt from loss and sorrow, sickness and death. This is human life. Even if we try to avoid this truth, it is still true. If you understand, things are just as they are. If you do not understand, things are just as they are. Okay? Things are just as they are. What we have to do is pay more attention to our own pain so that we can respond differently. There's suffering in the world that just is, it's human. Now listen. When we learn the difference between reaction and response, we've talked about this before. When we learn the difference between reaction and response, we have a deeper sense of peace. When we're in a hurry and the toast burns, we can react by fuming or hitting the counter, or we can feel our frustration and put another piece of bread in the toaster. When someone cuts us off in traffic, We can angrily retaliate by racing up and shouting at them, trying to get back at them, or we can breathe and let it go. When we are criticized, when we lose something, when we are betrayed, we don't have to reinforce the pain of the situation by adding the pain of our reaction. Okay? We can respond in peace. The Wise Heart, Jack Cornfield. A healthy response. Okay? Whew. I wanted you to have a piece of paper and a pencil because I want you to write down this question. And on this new moon, as we're moving toward the end of the year, I want you to ask yourself this question. How you living? How you living? Now, if I wasn't from Brooklyn, I would say, how are you living? But I ain't saying that. How you living? Take the G off the ing. Okay, how you living? Let me share this with you. I have several degrees, okay? The book is The Wise Heart by Jack Cornfield. Yeah, that's it. What is that? Bix Bop 09? How you living? I have several degrees. I've got a BA in public administration and early childhood. I have a law degree. I have a master's degree. I've been certified in a number of healing techniques and coaching. I'm a Reiki master. I've done counseling. I'm an addiction counselor. I'm a crisis counselor. You know what? And none of that helped me when the corona hit. All right? What got me through the shutdown and the lack of toilet paper and Billy clobbing around the house. Remember Billy, my turtle? Being away from my friends and family, scared to touch my grandchildren. What got me through that is how I live my life every day. It didn't change when the corona hit. So my question today, please write this down. How am I living? How you living? Day to day. And is it enough to sustain you no matter what happens in the outside world? How you living, baby? How you living? I want to start here. I want to start right here, okay? Listen. Do you know that peace and joy is possible for you right now here today? Right now here today. Do you know that? Do you know, beloved, that you can be happy whether or not your mother ever says she loves you, whether or not your father ever stops drinking, whether or not your ex ever gives you another dime of child support? Do you know that you can be happy right here, right now? Do you know that? Do you know that you can have peace? Not because of what you have or don't have or do or don't do. You can have peace simply because you want it. Do you know that? And if you don't know, my question is, how you living? Do you know you can have it? And do you have it? How are you living? What words would you use to describe your life? Not sentences, not situations, not circumstances. What words would you use to describe your life? You don't have to write it to me, but I want you to work with that on this new moon. Okay? To what, beloved? To what are you committed each and every day? Are you committed to your prayer life? Are you committed to love? Are you committed to joy? Are you committed to peace? To what are you committed every day? And do you live it every day? That's my question. Are you reacting to every little thing that comes along? And if you have a reaction, do you have something inside that you can pull up to get you back in order? How are you living? How are you living? What are you standing in right now in your life? Look around your life. What are you standing in? I'm not talking about your apartment, but are you standing in faith and trust and knowing, love, joy? What are you standing in? What are you standing on? I said to you earlier that my spiritual mother, Reverend Dr. Barbara Lewis King, made her transition last Sunday. But you know what? I'm standing on what she taught me. I'm standing on what she gave me. I'm standing on the 14 scriptures that she spoke into my life the day she ordained me. That's what I'm standing on, and that's how I'm living. What are you standing for? What are you standing for in the world right now? What are you standing for? Your side, their side, red, blue, Democrat, Republican. What are you standing for? Huh? This party thing, and I have to say this, and I really don't like to get into the political thing, and this isn't really about politics per se, but you know what? I just really have a problem with now what they're talking about, these undecided voters. And not because of the political piece, but if you undecided about who you voting for, then you undecided about how you gonna live in the world. Listen, you got two choices, this one or that one. Make a choice, okay? Make a choice because it represents what you're standing in, what you're standing with, what you're standing for. You're not really voting for the person, you're voting for the platform. So you got this or that. Look at what you have. And if what you have in the political arena works for you, then vote for that. And if it don't work for you, vote for something else. Because it's just really a reflection of how we live. How you living? Don't be undecided. Choose. Consciously choose. Consciously choose how you're gonna be. How you gonna be. How you gonna live. Yeah. How you living? Every day. Moment by moment. Listen, if you are waiting for this election to make things better for you, be prepared to be disappointed. Okay? Be prepared. Because your state of being is not determined by outside events. It's determined by how you live. Day to day, moment by moment. For me, they can elect a masturbating monkey, and I'm still gonna follow the word of my creator from inside myself. Now, I wouldn't like there to be a masturbating monkey representing me all over the world. If that's what we get, it might be better than what we have. Oh, Lord. Okay? We must consciously choose how we live day to day, moment to moment. We gotta choose it. We gotta choose it. And we can't just spew out the little, oh, God is my light and God is and light and spirit is with me, boom, 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 and then somebody leave you and you fall apart. I mean, it's human. There is suffering. You will have upset and betrayals and disappointments. But how you living? Do you just let it take you all over the place? How you living, baby? Who are you consciously choosing to be right now in every aspect of your life? And I know things are hard. I know things are hard. Don't think that because I'm out in the world or what you'll call a celebrity that I got it easy. I don't have it easy either. But it is. And I'm a roll with it. I want to support you in being in that same place. Okay? Beloveds, how do you underestimate your power? How do you underestimate your power? Waiting for something else to happen. I've been listening to people say, oh God, I'll be glad when 2020 is over. Ooh, can we get a refund on 2020? Can we send it back? 2020 is so. Do you think What makes you think that because the calendar flips a day that 2021 is going to be any better? Do you think that suddenly, miraculously, because the calendar changes, that things are going to be any different? The same stuff that you dealing with in 2020, you going to find in 2021 unless you consciously choose to do something different. Last week I did a spiritual spa called Vote for You. Vote for You. And I talked about the 3 most common ways that we vote or make choices, because voting is simply a choice. I talked about that. I talked about the ways in which the 3 common ways: choosing by fear, choosing by the course of the path of least resistance, and choosing out of habit. Same thing with voting. Voting in fear, voting the path of least resistance, and voting out of habit. No. How are you voting? If you don't have that, go to where do they go? I don't know where you go. Go somewhere and get it. If you didn't get the spot, sign up for my newsletter and we'll send it to you. All right, sign up for my mailing list. But anyway, don't underestimate your power. Your power. Don't underestimate your power, beloveds. You got power. You got juice. My friend Talani Kennard sings, "You've got the power. You got the power. Use it." Okay? Don't underestimate your power, beloveds. Write that down. I must not underestimate my power. Write that down, okay? Beloveds, stop making yourself wrong. Stop it. Stop making yourself wrong, because everything isn't all together at the same time. If the kitchen is clean and the bathroom is filthy, celebrate the clean kitchen and then go clean the bathroom. As opposed to being all jacked up. Oh, the bathroom's not clean. I didn't do the bathroom. No. Stop it. Do not celebrate your weaknesses and deficiencies by always talking about them. Affirm and celebrate the good part. See, the kitchen's clean, the bathroom's dirty, go clean the darn bathroom. As opposed to beating yourself up because it hasn't gotten done yet. Start where you are and consciously choose where you want to go. Okay? So, stop making yourself wrong. I must not make myself wrong. I must not underestimate my power. I must not. I must not. Okay? Listen, beloveds. Right now, we are healing on so many levels. That's really what the corona is all about. We are healing on so many levels. We're healing physically. That's what the corona is. It's attacking us physically. We're healing mentally, because everything we thought we had done all the right things in all the right way, and then here come this thing, and you can't get no toilet paper. It don't matter how many degrees you got or how much money you got. Okay. We're healing at the emotional level, because the people that we were fighting and arguing with, now we can't even get to them and we want to be with them. Okay. And we're healing on the spiritual level. And that's where I want to take you, to the healing on the spiritual level. I started out telling y'all about all these degrees I had because I developed my intellect, but I was still stuck in a fad, F-A-D, fear, anger, and doubt. Okay? I had all the degrees, and I'm cute and getting jobs and boom, 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 but I was still stuck in a fad, fear, anger, and doubt, without a healthy response. Okay? My intellect kept me stuck. All right? I was afraid to fail. I was afraid not to fail. I was angry because I thought I had failed. Okay? I was afraid to be broke. Afraid when I had money. I was afraid for my kids. Fear, anger, doubt, fad. You got to clean that up. All right? I must not entertain fear. Write that down. I must not entertain anger. Write that down. I must not entertain doubt. Doubt. It's a poison. And then when you doubt, you get angry because you find that you can't make the choice and the decision. You can't vote for you. And then you go into fear. Come on, somebody. Afraid to be alone. Afraid to fail in another relationship. Angry because you can't find what you want. Listen, then you got to make a choice. You got to make a choice to live differently. How you living, ladies? How you living? Every day. Somebody mad at you, how you gonna live? How you gonna respond? That means that they probably got something triggered up in them, and then instead of talking about their feelings, they're gonna put it on you. So you must do the same thing. Clean up yourself. Clean up inside. Ask that question. How am I living? What words would I use to describe my life and tell the truth? You know, if it's chaotic, if it's confusing, if it's lonely, what are you using? And then what are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? All right? And get out of the fad. Stop entertaining fear. When fear pops up in your mind or in your heart, simply say to whatever you believe, Father, into thy hands I commit this fear. Come on, somebody. Mother, Father, divine universe, Buddha, Allah, Jesus, Krishna. I'm not teaching you religion, teaching you energy and peace. Into thy hands I commit this fear. Fill me with the white light. You did that today, so you know how to do it. Would you be willing to live by starting your each day filling yourself with white light? Blue light, pink light, I just go to the light. Okay. Into thy hands, I commit this anger that I'm feeling into this moment that's making me want to cuss somebody out. Into thy hands, I commit it. Fill me with the white light of peace. Into thy hands, I commit this doubt that my vote counts. I'm choosing to stand up for myself. Choosing that which I think will be in my highest and greatest good. I'm choosing, and into thy hands I commit doubt. Is he going to win? Is she going to win? Are they going to win? Into thy hands I commit doubt. Come on, because it's already done. Go cast your vote, because you're voting for you. You're voting for you. How you living? How you living? I want to share something with you. All right? We're on a new moon. I keep saying that. New energy. Energy for rebirth, energy for renewal, energy for refreshing, energy for growth. We're on a new birth. And I've been using this thing for so long, and the other day I found a new copy. It's a prayer journal. And so many people, don't know how to pray. All right? And if you look over here, it says ACTS. Acts. Acts prayer. Acts. It is a form of prayer. Okay? So I want you to write this down. And get you a notebook or a piece of paper. I don't care if you use a paper towel or some toilet paper. I want you to commit this week, every day, from this Saturday till we meet again next Saturday, that you're going to write your prayer every day. You're going to write an Acts prayer. A means acknowledgement. Write that down for those who don't know. I know my warriors know, but that's okay. A means acknowledgement. You start by acknowledging God, Creator, Jesus, whatever it is for you, all right? This is your prayer journal, all right? You start by acknowledging God. I acknowledge you, dear Lord, Mother, Father, whatever. Whatever it is for you. You start by acknowledging God. Write this first. I acknowledge you, God. I acknowledge, God, that I don't have a good relationship with you, but I'm trying to build one day. I acknowledge you, God, that I don't really know what to believe or how to believe it, but I'm writing it down. I do believe in you, or I don't. And if you don't believe in God, call it what you believe in. Just call it something. Okay. The next one is confession. A, acknowledgement. C, confession. Confess your fear, your anger, and your doubt. You're sad. Confess it. God, I'm angry about. God, I actually doubt. God, I'm afraid of. Write it down, 2 or 3 sentences, right? Then the next one is thanksgiving. Get grateful. A, acknowledgement. C, confession. D, thanksgiving. Get grateful. Thank you, God, for. Thank you, God, for. Because you know what? In all of our anger and all of our doubt, do we ever stop to think the reason I can be angry is because God has given me a miraculous thing called a brain? Yeah, I'm angry at them and blah, blah, blah. But you got a brain to put thoughts together. How about putting them together for good? How you living? Wasting time. Being upset with somebody. Angry with somebody. Because they left you back in 56. Acknowledgement, confession, thanksgiving, and then request or supplication. That's your prayer journal. That's your prayer journal. You can do it on a piece of paper. I ain't sending you to buy nothing. All right? Acknowledge God. Confess your fad, anger, fear, doubt. Give thanks. And then make your request. Supplication. Ask supplication. Can you do that every day? I promise you. You see these little boxes? You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to do a lot. I promise you. 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day. Acknowledge God. Confess your fad. Give thanksgiving. Make your supplication. Okay? And if you really want to get jiggy with it, start by filling yourself with white light. All right? Start by filling yourself with white light. I've given you a process. Last week we did it, where you can go in and ask, body, where am I holding fear? 1, 2, 3, let go. Start using these things, okay? Start using them. Can you make a commitment to me? Not to me, to yourself. That how you gonna live this week is starting your day with an axe prayer. Okay? Just in a ACT, no, not ACTRS, no. It's acknowledgement, confession, thanksgiving, and supplication. Your supplication means request, okay? Keep Congo and Nigeria in your prayers. We will. You can pray for whoever. You can pray for whoever. Put that in your supplication, in your request. Can you make that commitment so that I'll know how you living is by starting your day with prayer? How about that? Because that's what got me through the corona, not my master's degree. That degree didn't mean nothing to me. All right? You got me through my 48 days, coming every day. Coming every day. All right? Can you take us through tapping basics again? Not today because, we're running out of time. But I will. If you want, we can do that. Okay? How you living? Ask that question. When you find yourself in upset and depression, how you living? Ask that question. Write your prayers. 1 page. You can get a notebook. You can get a piece of toilet paper. I don't care how you do it. Don't do it in your mind. It can be dangerous up there. Do it on a piece of paper. Okay? Good. All right. So that's our sharing for today. Remember to keep yourself filled with white light. Okay? Keep yourself filled with white light. Listen, I want to ask the question because I know that, when we come on here, a lot of people are walking in the Christian faith and they always put their scriptures and they thank Jesus. Where are my Muslim brothers and sisters? Where are my Buddhist brothers and sisters? My Hindu brothers? Where are my Native Americans? Can you all put up a sutra or a surah or something so that we can have a whole, where everybody is welcome? Okay? Everybody is welcome. So give me a sutra. Give me a surah. Jill Scott Can we talk about Surah 31:16? Have you ever looked that up? Your background, it ain't squeaky clean. Okay, we sing the song, but has anyone ever gone to the Quran to look up the Surah 31:16, singing that Jill Scott song, okay? All right, so if you're a Buddhist out there, what did the Buddha say? The only way is through Jesus. Yes, but Jesus shows up many ways in other cultures, but we're not even going to do that. That's why I want everybody to feel welcome. Because one of the things that 31:16, one of the things that Jesus didn't do was turn people away. And sometimes those of us who say that we follow Jesus, we have a way of dismissing and diminishing other people. We're not going to do that. So bring me a surah, bring me a sutra, bring me something from the Bhagavad Gita. Bring it to me and share it with the audience, okay? All right, what do I have for you this week? I don't have anything for you this week. I don't think HSN is doing any 2-for-1 sales, but you can go look if you like. I want you to start each day. Om Namah Shivaya, right? Om Namah Shivaya is a beautiful meditation. So is the Gayatri Mantra. I love the Gayatri Mantra. People don't even know what it is. But anyway, I want you to have a good week. Start each day with prayer. Ask yourself, how are you living? Do not underestimate your power. Call in your good thing. Call in your good things, okay? Proudford, yes, I got you on, woman. Hey, Malcolm. How you doing? All right? I want you to have a good week. I'm going to leave you today with a reading from A Course in Miracles. This is one of my favorite readings out of A Course in Miracles. One of my favorite readings out of A Course in Miracles. Chapter 15, Littleness versus Magnitude. And I know I've shared this with you today, but on this new moon, I want to share it with you again. As we're moving into these challenging times, as you're doing your prayers this week, I want to share this with you again. Be not content with littleness. Be not content with littleness. But be sure you understand what littleness is and why you could never be content with it. Littleness is the offering you give yourself. You offer this in the place of magnitude and you accept it. Everything in this world is little because it is made out of littleness, in the strange belief that littleness can content you. You know how you say, I just want a little peace, I just want a little money, I just want a little house, I just want a little love. Be ye not content with littleness. When you strive for anything in this world, in the belief, listen, when you strive for anything in this world, that means outside. Remember, we're healing on many levels. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I want you to move to the spiritual, okay? When you strive for anything in this world, in the belief that it will bring you peace, you are belittling yourself and blinding yourself to glory. Littleness and glory are the choices open for your striving and for your vigilance. You will always choose one at the expense of the other. So if you choose littleness, you lose glory. If you choose glory, you lose littleness. Be ye not content with littleness. Listen, there is a deep responsibility you owe yourself, and you must learn to remember at all times. The lesson may seem hard at first, but you will learn to love it when you realize that it is true. You who have sought and found littleness, remember this. Okay, ready? Every decision you make stems from what you think you are and represents the value you have placed on yourself. I'm going to read that again. Every decision you make stems from what you think you are and represents the value you place on yourself. Believe that the little can content you, and by limiting yourself, you will not be satisfied. For your function is not little, and it is only in finding your function and fulfilling it that you will escape littleness. Course in Miracles, chapter 15, the holy instant, littleness versus magnitude. And I leave you with the question, how you live? Deep bow. Deep bow, beloveds. Have a great, great week. Start each day with prayer. Move into the power of this new moon. And just in case nobody's told you that they love you today, I love you today. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.